So the short one. So this one. Let's see what it is.
Behold, Governor, Roman Grand.
Wait, guys.
Behold, Governor.
The statue is painted. The columns are painted. The temple is in full color. We've got Mediterranean classical polychromy in architecture. This is incredible. They did it right. They finally did it right. Ooh.
Governor, Roman grandeur. This is yours. Not this. This. This is the beginning of your journey, Governor. And the first step in building your legacy.
Wow. I mean, so far, this looks amazing. You know what's funny, though? The way he says governor, it just makes me think of a Cockney. All right, governor. Next, I'm expecting Diamond Geezer.
Build across the land and build to great heights.
Wow. Terme.
Build according to Roman traditions.
I'm getting this one for my birthday. Don't care when it comes out.
Build as far as the eye can see. Build a thriving economy.
Oh yeah, that's Italy, all right. That's central Italy, all right. Look at all the vineyards. Man, this looks good. Roman Giza. Yeah, that's what we need. Roman Giza.
Build a strong military.
Nice.
And then embrace new lands.
Also, you can, wow.
And cultures.
This is all good. Like that actually gave me a little bit of, man, that's so funny. All right, next. Aqueduct.
How your legacy will be.
Ooh, we have even got a Naumachia. Maybe the sound of the game is a little too loud. So they've got a Naumachia, the naval battle. They could put some hippos and some crocodiles in it. That would be historically accurate, by the way.
Remember, it is up to you, Governor. But first, you have to build it. Anno 117 Pax.
So I'm good with wish listing it. Just remember, never pre-order, guys. Never pre-order. But this is looking good. This is looking really good. Let me see. Wow. I want to watch a little bit of gameplay showcase. I won't watch the whole thing, but let's watch a little bit. Jump ahead, I guess. What am I jumping ahead?
So you wish to be a Roman governor?
Of course I do.
Congratulations. The emperor himself has deemed you worthy to take charge of these lands.
Okay.
Once struck by disaster, they're now ready for new leadership. Your leadership.
This 100% looks like Central Italy. It really does. I don't even know if this is set in Central Italy. It might even be freaking Southern France for all I know, but it does remind me very much of like Lazio, Toscana, Abruzzo, that area. It really does.
Your story begins here, on a humble island with azure shores. Latium.
Lazio, I told you it was Central
Whether
Italy.
you dream of a bustling trade empire or a conquest-driven dominion, no two cities will ever be the same.
Did you guys know that the word Latium, to mean the region where Rome is, modern Italian we say Lazio, we actually don't know where it comes from etymologically in the original Latin, because it most likely doesn't even come from classical Latin. It comes from archaic Latin. It's even older. And there are a few options, a few possibilities. It could mean that it could come from the word latus, meaning a side, because it could have been like a plain, a very flat. It could mean flat as one of the options. But it could also come from the word for hide in Latin, and if it does come from hide, then it could have a mythological origin, and the mythological origin splits in two. Either it's because of the connection to a god that was hiding from Zeus in the mythology, and so he was hiding in this area, and that's where it comes from. Or it could come from the fact that it's possible that the original inhabitants were initially cave dwellers, and so they were hiding, but then they actually started dwelling on the mountains and the 7 hills. There is a lot of discussion on where this word comes from, and I think it's fascinating that we don't actually know. Fascinating stuff. Yeah, it looks good, DFN on Twitch, totally. Glory to Bacchus, always glory to Bacchus and Athena.
As every choice you make shapes your city in your image. Govern well, and the Emperor will sing your praises. Govern poorly, and, the consequences won't be pleasant.
Sounds like
every
Rome.
decision you make will shape your legacy. So how does one become a good governor?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
You're crazy, you. No empire was built in
Latium
a
is
day.
where your journey begins, young governor. New beginnings are magical, but they're also full of hard work.
This is
First,
good.
lay down roads to keep your people connected.
Yeah.
Organic layouts add charm, while efficient grids boost productivity.
I wonder if you can actually use your legions to build the roads in foreign land and even in your own provinces, because that would make it even more historically accurate.
Start with dirt roads. They may be humble, but they're the first step on the path to greatness. Resources are your lifeblood. Wood from untouched forests will be essential, but manage your lumber camps wisely to maintain a sustainable supply. And remember, efficient logistics are key. Warehouses will keep goods flowing and production smooth. Your residents need more than just work. They need homes. Build neighborhoods that suit your city's vision.
There are still plenty of areas in Italy where the structures and houses still look like this, by the way. This does not look... I know it might look old and old school to you and like even ancient, particularly if you live in a city with skyscrapers, but particularly in the rural areas and some sections of some towns as well, they still look like this to this day.
It's drive income and population growth, while taverns keep spirits high.
Typical mechanic.
And mind the fire hazards, especially the bakeries.
Bakeries.
Fires are practically a Roman tradition.
Cursed tavern.
Just be mindful of your city's layout. Residents will love lavender's sweet scent, but they won't be so fond of the pig farm stench.
I see.
Balance charm and profit wisely. A governor must also live among the people. Establish your own villa as a sign of stability and leadership. Meet your people's needs and they'll advance. Unlocking...
Same in Portugal, I would imagine so. I mean, very, very Latin culture. You're like cousins, aren't you? A bit like the Greeks feel like cousins too.
New industries and opportunities.
This is incredible. Thank you, Riverfront.
A resilient economy is vital. Stockpile resources and prepare for challenges, as not every island will yield the goods you desire. Trade is key to securing essential items. But keep an eye on rival governors. Not all share your vision of cooperation.
No, they don't.
Diplomacy may seem wise, but some rivals favor force. Protect your trade routes with armed escorts and fortified ports. And beware of pirates. A well-defended harbor keeps your goods safe from thieving.
Believe it or not, the Romans actually did acquire pirates after they conquered some areas and some towns that actually were famous for piracy. And so, of course, they acquired all the ships and they acquired the pirates. And these pirates, usually when you think of naval piracy, you don't really think Roman. But you know who did? Alexander the Great. We actually have a letter where Alexander the Great himself complains about Roman pirates. So, fascinating, isn't it? You never really think about it, but it's a thing. I mean, the Roman Navy already existed before the major conflict and clash with Carthage. The idea that the Roman Navy was created from out of thin air is a myth. during the Punic Wars. It's a myth that's been debunked already. The funny thing is, it's a myth that is based on something that was said by the ancients, but then the same ancients changed their mind and tell us, no, they already had a navy before. They strengthened it during the conflicts with the Punic Wars for obvious reasons. But yeah, no, they did have a naval presence. Absolutely. They weren't as strong as the Carthaginians, but still they existed. They were a thing, and they're mentioned in the sources, quite a few. This looks great. I'm going to finish it.
As your city prospers, your people's desires grow. Fine goods, entertainment, and culture become their demands.
Right.
Libraries and grammatical schools pave the way for technological advancements. Public service buildings like bathhouses boost health, while theaters keep happiness high. Grand monuments like the Colosseum bring prestige and secure the emperor's favor. Never underestimate the power of reputation. After all, it's the key to
bread and games, guys. Keep the population occupied and happy. Bread and games.
Lasting legacy.
This is religion. Let's see.
Faith unites your people and strengthens your leadership. Each island may dedicate itself to a single deity, but shrines for other gods are welcome. Believing in Neptune grants faster ships and bountiful sea production.
Oh, that's awesome.
While believing in Mars empowers your soldiers and bolsters your army's morale.
I mean, the Roman soldiers did consider themselves the sons of Mars, so it does make sense. This is incredible. It's Anno 117, yeah. Man, once this comes out, we're going to do a playthrough so long, my marriage is going to be in trouble because of it. I'm telling you that much. Because I'm joking. But yeah, no, I mean, knowing my wife, she's going to want to play with me.
Choose your patron god wisely, as faith will shape your province's destiny.
This is good.
Expand through diplomacy or force. The choice is yours. Trade and alliances can build a sprawling network, but conquest secures your rule. Aqueducts fuel growth, while fortresses guard your borders.
Careful with the lead. Also, I love the looks of the legionaries. I can't see it very well, but it looks pretty nice. They're wearing Lorica segmentata, aren't they? Thank you, Dimitrios. I appreciate that.
Prepare your military
look at
to
the
defend
Hamata.
your ambitions.
Ooh, that looked good. Let me see it again. Sorry.
Your borders. Prepare.
Yeah, look at that. It's a late Republican one with the Umeralia shoulder reinforcements. This is good. Look at the helmet as well. Looking good. Looking good.
Your military to defend your ambitions. Whether close combat or long-range firepower, your strategy will determine your legacy.
For those who don't know, of course, the one with the horizontal crest, that's a centurion, commander of 80 fighting men. This is great.
Your rule may extend to lands beyond the empire, like Albion, where Celts resist Roman influence.
Yeah, these Celts.
Trust me, Governor, it's a wild place. Will you protect Celtic traditions or remain loyal to Roman ambition?
Do you even have to ask? Conclusion, guys.
Your choices will determine your fate.
Right.
A prosperous metropolis or a city in bankruptcy. Forge your legacy and become the governor you were meant to be.
This is amazing. It looks really good, yeah.
Begin your journey. Wishlist now.
Yeah, as I say, I am going to wishlist it. I'm not going to pre-order anything because never pre-order. But yeah, no, this Anno looks phenomenal. Glory to Rome, guys. Albion's the guys that make the swords, I guess. You know what's funny? It's funny to make the joke like that, but the reality is that history, oftentimes, when you actually read the freaking sources, I say that because of a couple of channels that didn't get this one right, whatever. But in history, you know, whenever you think of the Roman gladius, the actual sword, I think you probably heard me say it, the Roman gladius, it wasn't invented by the Romans. It was invented by the Celts. It's a Celtic invention. That's why sometimes you call it gladius hispaniensis. Hispania being the Iberian Peninsula, so like modern day Spain and Portugal, that area there, and they had a section it was under Carthaginian control, and this happened during the end of the First Punic War. Is the second? I think it's in the Second Punic War. Anyways, they had this section where they had these tribes of Celtic people, and they were really good at forging iron. So what the Carthaginians did is that they said, okay, make new swords so we can use them against the Romans. And they produced these swords that are basically the gladi. So the Carthaginians were wielding the gladius. The Romans weren't. Not during the Second Punic War, at least at the beginning. At the end, yes, but at the beginning, no. They were wielding other swords, like something similar to kind of like a coppice a little bit, or like a Greek one. They had different swords, but not the gladius. And then what they do is that they clash, they fight, and eventually the Romans conquer that section of modern day Spain. And once they basically capture all of the smiths, the ironsmiths, and they tell them, oh, these swords are pretty good, make them for the Republic. And so they make them, and now it becomes the Roman sword. But it wasn't. And that's something that games get wrong all the time, and it pisses me off when you see like the Romans have the gladius and the scutum, and then the Carthaginians have these like curved swords, and the reality is that it's swapped. At least at the beginning it should be swapped. Until this happens, the Romans conquer the Iberian Peninsula, and then they mass produce them because they're Romans, and when they see that something works well and it's nice, then they implement it, and it becomes this sword. By definition, it becomes the Roman sword. But the creation is Celtic, 100%.